Hi, everybody. This is Shelly Dressel, and I channel the universal beings. I do a number of different beings, and today is going to be I'm going to channel Lion for the Lion's Gate. You won't believe what just happened. I just did a fabulous channel. It was about 16 minutes, and I talked about so many different things, and my microphone was muted. Yippers. So I'm doing it over again. I can only imagine that he actually wanted to say something different or something needed to be done differently because that's why I'm having to redo it. Of course, I will say this. I did hear him say in the background, amateur, like amateur mistake. It is what it is. But anyways, we have the Lionsgate coming up. Today is August 5th, and the Lionsgate is coming up on August 8th. And so this energy is he is a lion, and he comes from Sirius A, he said. Um, let's see what he has to say. Greetings. I am that who is known as Lion. Indeed, I have a lot of patience, but I am going to continue to give this information. I did want to speak through this person because there is a lot that is happening in your world right now. And I am someone that works with many, many, many of you, and I have for thousands of years. So this is a time of completion. You are at the end of a cycle. You've been hearing this for so long, and it feels like your cycle has ended over a very long period of time. But when you consider what is actually coming to an end and what is transitioning, it's no surprise that it would take years and years for it to happen. But what I speak of today is a 6 week cycle that is the final ending point of the old financial system that you have on the planet. Each country has their different monetary system that they use. And in the past, each country was valued at whatever that value came up to be. And sometimes one was worth more, one was worth less. So as you move into the quantum financial system, there is going to be an equal basis for all the different monies or all the different financial systems around the world. You can imagine how that was quite an undertaking, and it is no surprise that it has taken as long as it has. That which is known as the quantum financial system has been in place for over 2 years and has been working in the background for all of that length of time. Coming up on the 8th is known as the Lion's Gate, and I represent the lion energy, and I have monitored or enhanced or protected or worked with this portal known as the Lion's Gate for many, 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 many years. I go throughout the universe. I go and I'm currently living on some of the motherships, as you call them. I might go into one of the other ships. I might come down into the earth plane. I can come in my natural form. I can come as a different form. What's that word called that you use when you change from one thing to another? I can change into something else if need be, just to make myself look a little bit more humanoid. Now, one of the things that I wanted to speak with you about is frequency, because everything that happens in your planet is about frequency. Quite frankly, everything throughout the universe is frequency. There are certain frequencies that balance with one another. There are certain frequencies that collide with one another, and then others that simply bypass one another. With what has been happening upon the earth, this gradual increase in the frequency or the vibration of each one of you, you have been learning a new way to be present in your life. You have been learning how to be in a frequency that vibrates at a higher level than what you have before. It's very easy to know when you're depressed, your frequency's way low. when you're happy and ecstatic, it raises up to something higher. This is just a given and very easy for you to understand. However, sometimes when you get stuck in that lower vibration or that lower frequency, it causes you to feel isolated. It causes you to feel different. And one of the things that I wanted to speak about when I spoke of frequency is the fact that you can change this every time that you would like to. My way of changing it is to let out a roar. And this roar is, as you consider how it might be used in the wilds on your planet, that roar is a way of changing everything. Because when you hear a lion truly roar, everything stops. Everything comes to a standstill for a moment, and then it restarts again, oftentimes with a lot of adrenaline going through. So consider that in your life. Do you need to let out a roar? Just wah, let it go and see what may happen or change around you. Now, I did want to also speak about the fact that so many of you have been on this very spiritual process. You've been on this transformation. You've been working on many, many different layers of finding that self actualization within you, because that is what is also supporting you as it raises your vibration. Now, there are portals that are open at just about every month. Some of them are associated with the astrology. Some of them are associated with other vibrational happenings that are on your planet. But the vast majority of what is going on planet Earth is in alignment with the universal energies or or the universal support. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you is that I do come from Sirius A, and it is a planet that is frequently known to have animalistic beings. And we, as the lions, are one of those that are quite frequently shown. Number one, we're just bigger animals to begin with. And you might see there, and we are frequently walking on two legs. We might have clothing on of some sort. And all of this is because our natural, normal form is to be that of the lion. Although we can walk on all fours, it's much quicker to run on all fours. We can live in both existences. Within Sirius, there are 5 planets, and each planet has a different type of animal that is the priority of that planet. Now, there is always a lap over, an overlap that may take place, and we easily go from one planet to the next through these portals that were created. When you go back the millions or trillions of years to when your universe was created, it was originally created with a certain number of planets, and there were pathways to go from one planet to another. That was the norm. Everybody understood that, and everybody knew how to go from place to place to place. It was only through the millions of years and the transitioning and the creation of new planets and the creation of new star systems that things began to change in many different ways. Where the earth has been is a very, I think the word you sometimes use is dumbed down version of consciousness. The consciousness that is going to become accustomed within each one of you is one that understands the universe. You understand what it is to go from one place to another. You understand who you are as the soul essence that is you. And when you have that understanding and that reality, suddenly everything in and around you expands and you become bigger and bigger in your energy field. This is another way in which those aspects of your DNA that are associated with this type of communication, this type of telepathy, this type of expanded awareness, this is how it gets activated within you. So when you are coming back around to that frequency again, so you have a lot of turmoil that's going on the earth plane right now. You have many people that don't have any understanding at all about these expansive changes that are taking place. And then you have the people that are aware of them. And for yourself, you may think, well, wait a second. I've done all this study. I've done all this work. Why aren't I seeing them? Why aren't I communicating with them? Where are they? Why aren't they in and around me? And in that reality, I like to say, we're here. Many, many, many. There's some from the angelic realm. There's some from the various planets that are in association with the earth plane. There's some from your own soul, the other aspects from your soul that may be there. So reality and support comes in many, many, many different forms. And one of the biggest lessons for you to learn as a human is how to go beyond the limitations that were imposed upon you. So when someone says, I'm all alone, I'm lonely, no one is supporting me, where's God, where's Goddess, where's whoever it is that you want to have around you, then perhaps consider that even though you're aware of them and even though you're asking them to come in, maybe there's something inside of you that doesn't believe it's true or doesn't believe it's real or doesn't is not open to that alignment of receiving. So if that is the case, then the perception you have is that they're not there for you. They might be there for those people, but not me. Victim Victimization is something that was done to humanity for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So you as people or as humanity have that entrained within you, that of being a victim. And so it is the victim that is not strong enough or powerful enough to do the work that they need to do, or to have those relationships they want to have, or to have that inner communication that they would like to have. So I say to you, be very, very, very open, loving, and gentle with yourself, because when we talk about programming and we talk about the way that you have been programmed, it's not something that can change overnight. You have many, 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 many of you have been working very, very diligently to change this and to open up your belief systems and to feel the energy and the shifting and the consciousness and to become aware of it. However, if you're still in that in between place, then be loving and gentle with yourself, but say, that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm choosing my strength. I'm choosing to be my sovereign self. I'm choosing to be someone that can do all of these many things that I would like to do. And if the perception is that I can't, then that perception I lovingly embrace for but a moment and let it go. Okay, now coming up on the 8th, which is the portal. So I wanted to talk to you about the frequencies, and I wanted to talk to you about the portals that go between all the different planets. And so sometimes what is happening is various planets out within the universe, through their alignment, they're sending out energy. They're sending them out into the universe. And there are other energies. Some of these are the ships that you hear about, that the motherships are pretty standard or pretty stabilized. However, there are other ships that come from them that can go and put reflective things or can gather the energy or can focus the energy. Sometimes it's about like a focused intention where there's a group of ships that are there and the people on the ships are connecting to the energy. They're focusing on the energy. They're intensifying the energy. And that is what comes into the earth plane. They've done this with other planets and they've been doing it to the earth for a very, very long time. Through this last cycle, this last phase of what is going on in your ascension process, they've been doing it and focusing on this opening for the earth. Now, the Lion's Gate is so often considered a part of abundance, and I, as Lion, as Shelly chooses to call me, which is completely fine. You may call me Lion. You may know me by another name. But what I represent as I come in through the Lion's Gate is that of balance and new beginnings. So the balance, the masculine and feminine. I am my strongest when I have that feminine lioness with me. She's stronger, I'm stronger, we blend together. This is saying nothing about whatever choices you make upon your planet. What I'm saying is when you have that potential to have two individuals that are close to one another, that support one another, that work together with one another, you amplify the energies just multitude different times. So she stands on one side of this portal, I stand on the other side of this portal, and we anchor this energy as it's coming in from the universe. It may be coming from certain particular planets, but the planets shift and revolve. And so sometimes it may be one, sometimes it may be another. I will say this, there have been certain planetary configurations that we do not see and we have not seen for many, many, many years. And this is happening right now. This is something that happened about a month or 2 months ago. This happened about 4 months ago. So just looking at the last 6 months, how many times have you heard people saying, this is something that hasn't been seen for years, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 200 years. So these changes are all working in this way to help the earth release the final attachment to that controlling energy. It is in essence gone, but it is still entrained within your cellular memories. So this is helping to clear out the cellular memory that says you must obey or someone else is stronger than you. And in doing so, each one of you will open up to a greater strength than you ever knew you had. So when it comes to what's happening in the financial system, it is complete. There is going to be certain levels that will have a deep fluctuation in the days and weeks to come. There may or may not be a time when your stock markets or your banks completely shut down, and then it allows for a pleading, a purging, a deleting, I meant to say, deleting, purging, clearing out of that old system that was so attuned to the old energies that had all that spyware in it. So they're clearing all of that out. And then the quantum financial system that has been going on in the background is now running without having to do two dual programs that are conflicting with one another. So that's taking place right now. And you may see things happen every single day. You may wake up and say, oh, there's another change. If your own financial system is in that state of transition, then be patient and understand that wherever you were before is where you're going to be later. Just give it 24 hours or whatever length of time you can give it. There was something else I wanted to say about that. So you are also hearing a big transition in the types of money that is available. Everyone in every country will have a balanced money. I said that earlier. However, the other thing that is transitioning is certain of those digital currencies are going to go by the wayside and others are going to become stronger. And there are still others that may blend to become something stronger. So be patient. Understand that this has been going on for quite some time and it will go on until it's done. But you are at the end of this entire process. Take this moment of this Lionsgate 2024 to let your own sovereign self be present within you. Give that roar of energy that you shift the vibration and the frequency around you. Do it as often as you need to. Understand that on a global level, there is roaring that's going on many, many, many different levels. Have that intrinsic belief and realization that at the core of it all, the ascension is complete. And this is cleaning out the last of the negativity. I thank you for this opportunity. Know that there are many, many beings here with you throughout this process. I, Lion, am open and available to all. Thank you. Ansaluia.